Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
Well, I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathers. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad. Good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk to me, funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Actually, joining me right now, we are talking about it all morning. Really excited to have her on the show. The show is called Rescue High Surf, currently airing Monday nights, 8 Central on Fox. She's joining me right now. Arielle Kebbel, how are you?
Hey, good morning.
Look, first off, congratulations on the show. Congratulations on the success. What's the reaction been like? Have you been enjoying seeing these episodes kind of play out and seeing the online chatter about it?
Yeah, honestly, it's surreal because we went straight from filming into promo for the show, and now it's out. It's like, wow, we really just birthed something. So I'm still taking it in, but I was fortunate enough to watch the premiere with my family, my immediate and my extended, and it's been really sweet to see my cousins and my aunts and uncles all texting and supporting. And one of my friends has 3 boys. They're like my godchildren, and she videoed them saying, "Auntie Arielle rescued a drowning man." So that was probably the highlight of it all for me.
Yeah, you're a superhero now to the niece, and nephews. You're a superhero to everybody in the family being on this show. Talk to me though about.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Talk to me though about kind of the attraction to this show. You've been on so many great television sets, so many great films. What was it about this show that you thought this seems like a fun next chapter?
Well, I mean, a number of things. I grew up in Florida, and so when I wasn't at the barn riding horses, I was in the water. And so I loved the beach, and I felt like since I was a young kid, I was always like holding my breath. I loved to swim like 3 laps underwater without breathing, and I was always just pushing myself in the water. And so I felt like, oh my gosh, here's an opportunity to kind of bring a skill set to life that I haven't been able to showcase before. And then on top of that, working with John Wells and Matt Kester and the like legendary watermen and waterwomen that are surrounding this show, I really felt was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And then, of course, you've got Hawaii.
It's not a bad thing to get to go to work at every day is being there in Oahu. And you know what? Like my wife and I went there for our honeymoon. Like right after we got married, we went to Hawaii. I had never been before, and I'm thinking on the plane ride over, is it going to live up to the hype? And the answer is absolutely. Like it lives up to the billing. I'm sure it's a great thing for you to get to go to quite frequently.
It was incredible. I mean, we were filming there, I think, for like almost 8 months straight. And, the thing about this show, too, is we don't have a sound stage. We don't have dressing rooms. We don't have, like, built sets. like a lot of the kind of luxuries that you have working on other shows, we don't have on this show. We're either in a lifeguard tower, on the beach, in the water, or, you know, occasionally in our character's house, which is like a local house that we've rented somewhere on the North Shore. And so we were just really thrown into the elements and the kind of local community in a way that I haven't been before with other shows. And that really led to a whole different level of just special experiences and really learning these local spots and being able to support them, and local stores, famous bridges, local restaurants, you know, just supporting the way of life that is the North Shore is there's just so much to absorb and learn. It's an and the wildlife, you know, there's sea turtles and sea monks and whales and sharks and dolphins everywhere you look, and you have to put them first. You have to respect the ocean. You have to respect the wildlife. You know, you have to put them first, and that's a beautiful feeling as well.
Well, I guess when you're on location and shooting, like you said, for 8 months, and you don't have the sound stages, you don't have a lot of the things that you might, whether you're shooting in, you know, Los Angeles or Vancouver, wherever they do a lot of the television shows now, does that cause like a more difficult production, like longer days, because, you know, you have to wait for the lighting at certain moments, maybe the sound isn't as clear, and as you of an actor, does it cause longer production days?
You know, you would think, but what you learn is you just shoot through it in a way that I mean, we were in torrential downpours. We were in insane winds. I mean, I sometimes, like, the sandstorms were out of control, and you just keep shooting. And I hope that, you know, that translates to the screen when you see that, like, this show does have a bit more of a grit to it. It's not all sunny skies all the time, because we just, you know, unless we were on a serious delay for like a dangerous tropical storm or a shark or a whale, we were shooting through it.
I guess it's just what you have to do. You know, you got to shoot through it, and you're right. That authenticity of the production does come through on screen. So, you know, credit to you and the rest of the crew for making that happen. Now, you mentioned you grew up in Orlando, Florida, if my research is correct. And tell me, is this true? Did you used to be like an extra for theme parks, where you would ride the rides like as an extra of some kind? Is that true, or did I make that completely up?
No, that's true. I was born in Orlando. I grew up in Winter Park, and I got started, I think I kind of started modeling around like age 14, and then that led to commercial work. You know, of course, there's all the theme parks in Orlando, and so I would be an extra on various commercials, and, you know, then sometimes I would get bumped up because I had like the loudest scream, you know. But that is, that's a true story. And then from there, of course, when I got more interested in like character work, then I started taking, you know, some really challenging acting classes, and from there, you know, it grew.
It grew all the way to Rescue High Surf. But the question is, are you more of a Disney person or are you more of a Universal person?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I haven't been to either in a while. I remember growing up, Islands of Adventure was closer to, I ended up going to this private performing arts school because I was missing so much school for auditions and for being on set. And so I went to this private performing arts school where we could work ahead and graduate early, and it happened to be right next to Islands of Adventure. So we would pop over, ride a few rides before going home. So that's where most of my memories are, but, you know, I think at the end of the day, they're all fun for their own reasons.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong anywhere. Again, the show is Rescue High Surf, Monday nights, 8 Central on Fox. Here's my final question for you. I've seen you in so much over the years, and one of the shows that I really loved was Ballers. I just loved the show in general. I loved you in it. Last year, I believe it was, I got a chance to spend some time with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he is who you think that he is. At least in my experience with him, he was exactly who I thought he was. Did you enjoy that show and getting to work with The Rock?
Yeah, it was a fun show to be a part of, and I'd actually worked with him on, there was this movie called Be Cool years ago, The Sequel to Get Shorty.
Yes.
That was the first time that was the first time we worked together. And so Ballers was a nice reunion, and it was nice to see that he was still working with the same group of people that he had started with way back when. And of course, that was also shot in Florida, which was wonderful.
Can't go wrong with it. Well, Arielle, again, congratulations on the show Rescue High Surf, Monday nights, 8 Central on Fox. I really appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Thank you so much.